have to do this thing, this show, this all the time. And looking back, I wish I would have just been smarter about a lot of things. I got hurt the very first pro show I ever did. I bulged 3 discs in my back. And I think it was like 11 days later, I was on the flight to Sonya for World's Strongest Man, my first one.
Yeah.
And then get home and can't lay in the bed because my legs go numb and all this stuff. So I'm sleeping sitting up and all this stuff. And I continue to deadlift on it. And like definitely not getting stronger. I'm just hoping that I can stay in the range where I can pull over 7 for reps so I don't get a 0.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But doing that for 10 years, like you get to the end and it's like, man, some of these shows I should be winning and I can't fucking finish. Yeah. And then like I debated on stopping and this and that for a long time, and I 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then as soon as you start doing that, something pops and this tears, this is that, and so when I quit, I was fully committed to quitting. There's video of me on here saying you'll never see me lift like that again. Yeah, and I truly felt that. I really truly felt like that, and I was just, man, I was fucking fed up with the sport. I was fed up with the style of strength athletics, with the culture of it, with everything. I was just disgusted.
Was there a main reason for that? Like why were you fit?
It was me. Okay. I did it. I did it to myself. I was in so much pain and I never addressed it. I just continued marching towards the light at the end of the tunnel. Yeah. I will be ready for this show. I will be ready for this and that. Yeah. It doesn't matter that I can't pick my kid up out of a freaking crib. Sure. I'm going to be ready. I was that person. And, man, that takes your life away. Yeah. It does. And then you get to the end and you feel like you left so much on the table because the entire time you tied your hand behind your back. And then I quit, and I was angry quit, you know? And then a year goes by and I'm like, well, at Masters, they only deadlift 600. Yeah. You know? And it's like, oh, like you're going to try and chase what you should have done in 2014 and 15. Yeah, yeah. That's gone. That's gone. That was 2014 and 15. Yeah. And then you were there. You couldn't fucking walk, but you were there. Yeah, yeah. And so, you know, it took another adjustment of like accept. It was like almost the same thing with football. When I got signed to the NFLPA, I didn't even get a shot. I got signed. I had all these things, all this stuff, but I guess my college rap sheet just was too much to fly me in to do the stuff. So yeah. When that was over, I was dejected. I freaking hated football. I couldn't watch football. Sure. I loved that. So I do now again. I think it's the greatest sport ever. It's so amazing. And I just ruined it for myself. I ruined it. And yeah, I had help along the way. Same with Strongman. People helped me ruin it for myself. But people will do that in anything. They'll help you or they'll hurt you depending on what you allow. Yeah, yeah. And I just allowed it to get ridiculous. And my whole family life, my home life, everything was ruined, man. I was becoming a crazy, I was becoming a lot like my dad. And so like, I don't know if I talked about it, but I rolled my buddy's pickup truck on the highway in Texas, flipped it completely, and like doing all kinds of other crazy shit.
And this was after you retired?
No, this was right before.
Right before.
Right before. Okay. So like the end.
So you're kind of like everything around the sport and in your life and whatever is just kind of like
building and compiling. And so I'm not going to talk too much about it because I'm finishing a book about this right now.
Yeah, dude.
2018, my last real run at Worlds, I was taking mushrooms the whole year prepping. I was training on mushrooms, and I competed at World's Strongest Man on 3.5 grams of mushrooms the whole time. It helped with my back. Okay. It helped bring back the intensity and the love, but it took everything else in my life and just made it a blur of momentum.
Oh man, yeah.
Like my poor little dude's first couple years, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I'm gonna do that to myself on this freaking podcast.
No, bro. But, it's like emotion. You get talking about it, and it's like looking back. What were you doing with time?
Yeah.
Right. And I think that's more of it with that. And I mean, it's impactful, bro. Like what you're saying is impactful. It's not like it's heavy. I think it's heavy stuff to go through.
Yeah.
Because it's and all of it. You have time to reflect on those moments, and when you're in the middle of those moments, sometimes you don't see it as clearly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
and it just kept going, more and more things, and so I'm just so glad I'm out now. I wake up, kids climbing on me.
Right.
I go to bed after bedtime stories and like. The weirdest bedtime stories. I make up my bedtime stories, and they're always.
I can imagine what stories you make up.
I always try and teach them a lesson too. So I always make like this really cool character, and then he ends up being horrible and disgusting at the end.
Yeah.
I do a lot of weird stuff. But
that's awesome.
I love it. I'm so fulfilled now. Like I have a happy life. I enjoy what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And man, it's just a bonus on the top of that I now get to pursue greatness in another sport. I've been a professional athlete, I think, in 5 or 6 different sports.
Yeah.
So that's insane. And I mean, Moss wrestling. It's not, but it's still 5 or 6 different sports.
Yeah,
I've been pro.
Chalk it up, man.
Yeah, buddy. I mean, I was undefeated national champion. So it's I've had a lifetime of athletics.
Yeah.
And when you don't have that, even though it's warming and like having my daughter learning new words yesterday, we were working on silver, she says sibler. Things like that nobody else is that interested in. I will spend my life in that moment,
Yeah.
And when you add on that something I've been doing since I was 6, the athletic pursuit. I want to see what my body is capable of.
Yeah.
I truly enjoy finding my box that I'm good at and then breaking it open and doing better, or something I'm bad at and getting better. I like that.
Yeah.
And being able to do that now, being able to train my arm and still pick my kids up and play with them and run around, and I go to all the meetings. I offered to coach football. Like I'm so involved in their lives. I'm sure, like, to anyone else, they'd be like, that's a little bit much,
Yeah.
But to me, like, it's awesome, and I still get to pursue myself. So I'm in a really good spot now. As heavy as all that stuff was a second ago,
Yeah.
I feel so good now. I feel like. I mean, I don't know, people get weird when I say it, but I believe in God.
Yeah.
And I feel like God just gave me chance after chance after chance. And then finally I was like, all right, I'll do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's amazing, man. It's like a lot of people, I think, when they're watching an athlete from the outside, right? Like and you go into these contests and you're competing and you're doing all this. They don't necessarily get to see behind the curtain, so to speak, right? Like what is actually going on, right? So like you go to the contest and you put yourself in that mindset where this is the date. I'm going to be ready for that date. And everything has to fall in line around that date to make it happen.
Yep.
And then when you're going through other real life things outside of the contest, you just have to deal with it, but you maybe don't really deal with it.
Right.
Like you're kind of like, all right, well that's there, but this is what I've got to do. And this is what, my measuring stick is, so to speak.
For
right.
Sure.
Like that's where you're going. And I think for people that haven't put their back against the wall and they're not like competing in a sport, and not to say that you can, and you can relate to the story whether you have or not, but it's like, this is real. It's like that's coming, and that's the judgment. That's where you're going to get measured, and you got to be ready. If you enjoyed that clip, you can watch the full episode right here. And to watch another clip, click right here.